So I want to start with the album. I know there's like a lot of different sounds on it. It's like real folky at sometimes, and it's got the blues on it. You got the Benatar cover with the rock and roll. It's I guess what inspires all these different sounds? Like you've always had them, but I guess this album does such a great job of showing the versatility. Uh, what inspired bringing all these sounds together on this album?
I think that from from the very beginning, when we started to record songs, we always looked at the song as the driver for how it would be produced and what kind of instruments and even sung, mixed, all those things. As opposed to taking the sound of the band, whatever the sound of the band is, and putting a particular song into our sound. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like if we had said when we first started out, we had two acoustic guitars, bass and percussion, and the three vocals. Our bassist would sing to, and we could have said, okay, that's it. That's the sound of the band, and every song that we do and every song that we record is going to sound, like that.
Mhm.
But we were writing songs and we would get into the studio and then we would add drums or electric guitar or keyboards or Michael would do string arrangements, et cetera, et cetera. And then sometimes we'd write a song and it would have more of like a reggae feel or a pop feel or whatever it was. And so we just went with that. And as a result, it's a pretty schizophrenic sound. We feel like the sound of the Bacon Brothers is our lack of sound. It's really just about what the song tells us to do.
Now, do you guys have a favorite song off this new album?
Oh, let's see. Let's see. I think in terms of just a fun kind of wacky cover, I really like listening to We Belong. I mean, I don't know, that was a real, last minute thing. And we had our friend Cindy Alexander put the female vocal part on it, and we did it very much in our own uh kind of way, and we did it live in the studio. And I'm really drawn to that song.
Uh, yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite, but I mean, just in terms of like the what you talk about in terms of the variant sounds, that song that Michael has called "Freestanding" is just like, I mean, that is totally out of the left field for the band. First off, it's got no lyrics, got no vocals on it. It is. I don't even know how you would categorize. How would you categorize that song, Mike? Is it like modern jazz, or I don't even know. I don't even know what it. And but it's something that we had at one point. We were using it. I don't know if you're familiar. There was an early album of James Taylor's where he did these kind of interludes in between in between songs, and it was a really cool idea. Other people have done that as well. In pop, that's pretty popular now. To um, Beyonce does that, for instance. Where you have this kind of like textural, kind of interlude between two songs to make the whole thing feel as a whole. But Michael wrote that piece, I think, as an interlude, and then expanded it into an actual song for this record. And I think it's just cool because you're listening and you got lyrics and guitars, and all of a sudden this like kind of strange, beautiful little like exercise kind of pops up.
And what have you, I know tour just started, but what have you enjoyed about taking the album on the road?
Well, the for me, it takes me a really long time to settle into a new song.
Mhm.
And it's not like I don't practice, but I'm always trying to do things that I was not able to do yesterday.
Mhm.
So we have the song Battle of the Brothers, and it's a kind of a talking blues song, and there's a lot of lyrics. Plus, I'm playing cello. And sometimes we have tracks we play with when we don't have our fiddle player, and sometimes we have the tracks. So just kind of getting comfortable with that. It might take me another 6 months. And there are things that I'm now playing really comfortably that 6 months ago I just couldn't do, live. Because playing live is a lot different than sitting in your room. So I think that's one of the most fun things, because playing a new song, I mean, the old songs we can play in our sleep pretty much, but that also means we want to sort of start bringing new stuff in. So right now there are 2 songs that I'm singing that I'm struggling with, Battle of the Brothers, just because of all the lyrics and the cello parts and all the complexities of it. And then Dreams of the San Joaquin, which is kind of different in that I'm very exposed. We played last night with our friend Cindy Alexander, who did the vocal on it, and it's basically Cindy's playing piano, and we really never even rehearsed it. So it's all of a sudden something where I dread it, but I know that if everybody is patient in the band and lets it evolve, it'll eventually be really something great and something we can also do in our sleep.
Nice. And now, what can the people of Western New York expect from this show this week?
Oh, we have a very energetic show, and we like to get out there and have as much fun as we possibly can. It's it definitely points out the diversity of the music and of the sounds that we do, because a lot of our stuff is super quiet, and then a lot of it is just much more rocking, and we play songs that the first record we did, it's called Foro Soco for a reason, stands for folk rock soul country. We play songs that feel a little folky, some that play a little soulful, some that play a little country, and some that play a little rock, and that's just that's the way it is. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have how many band members do we have this weekend?
We're back down to 5.
We're down to 5, so we have five people in the band. Our band is as you will see, they're incredibly skilled, amazing musicians, all of whom get highlighted in the course of the show. And Michael switches off from 4 or 5 instruments, something like that. And everybody is, playing different stuff.
No, I don't want to get too far ahead here, because I know you got the tour to focus on, but do you have thoughts, plans for after the tour?
Oh, I will take that one. First of all, I spent a lot of time in upstate New York, Western New York, Rochester. I had some really, really good friends. We had a loosely formed songwriters group of 4 of us, and played a lot. We played at Batavia. There's a college at Batavia, right? The State SUNY College. I'm sure it played in Batavia at some point. Anyway,
Yeah.
So after that, we're starting in Connecticut Thursday night. Then we go to Batavia, and then we go up to the St. Lawrence area, Thousand Islands area, that has an antique boating museum, which is kind of my passion. Been there many times. And then my wife and I, we want to go over to Canada and look around. Then we go back down to our place in the Adirondacks. So upstate New York is, it's a place that Kevin and I are very familiar with.
Is that where the dressing comes from, I wonder?
Thousand Island? I bet it does. Yeah.
I would have to guess it. Now, is there anything I haven't asked that you two would like to say?
No, just come out to the show. It's going to be good.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you both again.
Thanks, Adam. Appreciate your help for the show.
Take care.
So long.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.